Hi, I'm Gerard Davidson. Welcome to SportX, where we talk all things relating to the ever evolving business of sport and the people that make things happen in that vibrant industry. So, I'm the founder of TalkX TV, where we host SportX as a content channel. And I'm joined today by Warren Swartz, CEO of ProAthlete Management Agency, a sports and athlete company, management company, and we will talk about his career in the sports industry to date and what advice he has to give for young people looking to make a career in the sector. Welcome to SportX and our segment called What I Do in Sport. But firstly, describe to us what it is that you do in the sport industry.
Hi, good morning, Gerard, and good morning to all your viewers. Yes, so what I do in the sports industry. So yes, you mentioned, we run a sports management company. We manage professional athletes, and that is holistically from finding them a team, negotiating their contracts. But we go a bit further. We also manage their financial portfolios, because there's a lack of that happening for the athletes. So, one of our requirements, if you're part of, part of our agency, and when you come in as a pro or you become a pro while you're with us, we make sure that you have your financial portfolio in order. We also encourage the players and athletes to study. We help them with that as well. And then just, preparing them for life after sports, whether it's soccer, whether it's rugby or cricket, we constantly work with them, to prepare them for life after, when they retire. So yeah, that is what we do in a nutshell. We work a bit different, like to other agencies. We believe that we have to walk the road with the athlete, from A to Z. Yes.
And how are athletes sort of taking to that approach, Warren?
So the older athletes, back in the day, they didn't care. Yeah, athletes, especially soccer players, they have the tendency, that nothing will ever happen to them and the money will never get finished. But yeah, we can write books about players going bankrupt and finding themselves destitute. The newer generation, together with their parents, they want to do it. They just don't know where to start. A lot of the players want to save. They want to, study further, but because their schedules are so hectic, they don't know where to start. So that's where we come in, and then we say, look, you do what you do on the field, and we will take care of the rest. We have a niche product that we designed specifically for athletes. So, when we sit with the athlete and we say, listen, let's look at your financial portfolio, together with, our partners, with the experts in the field, and also together with their parents, so that there's transparency. The players, they're very open to it, because at the end of the day, it's not about us, it's about them, preparing for life after football, or making sure that they've saved sufficient funds, in their career, as a career is very short as well. Yeah. So they're very open to it, the newer generation, if
Yeah,
I might add. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's good to hear. And so, when do we see the book?
When do you see the book?
The,
Yeah, look, yeah, you're referring to me, my book.
no, no, the book. No, the book on guiding athletes about life after sport. You know how to prepare, the tips that you have picked up over the
Yes,
years.
yes. Yeah, yeah. Give me some time on that one. I'll definitely get it out there.
No, it would be good. We all are content creators, as I say every day. So, Warren, given all the
Yes.
exciting challenges that you have uh, in front of you or experiencing on a daily basis within the industry, which part of your work makes
Yeah.
you happy, most happy? That when Warren goes home at night and says, I had a good day, I had a challenging day, but I'm still happy. What are the things that makes you happy in your career?
What makes me most happy is, working with a young player. When we picked him up when, he was a nobody, he was all he had was talent, and finding him a professional team, him signing a professional team, and changing players' whole life, getting changed. Going into a professional environment, you know, s- getting a good salary, and his life changes, and also his family back home, life changes as well. Because at least now there's someone that that can contribute to something. A lot of these players, especially in the soccer industry, a lot of them come from very very difficult backgrounds, and if we can help someone like that, achieve their dreams, and become someone, become a prominent player. Yeah, that makes me the most happy, to say that, I had a part, myself and my team had a part, in,
Yeah, just on that, did you have a mentor before you went into this business? And the need for mentoring of these players has probably become the most important responsibility for you. Would you say that, Warren?
yes. I still have a yes, I still have a mentor at this at in this day and age. I still have a mentor. So yeah, yes. With the role that I play with the players, as much as I manage them, finding them teams. I play the role of a mentor as well. I'm constantly, giving advice. They're constantly coming to me for advice. So it is very, very important, to have that kind of relationship with, be the person that manage you, or being a mentor. The mentor has to, always have, because you sort out, you have to give advice on a lot of things. Also dealing with young players, they're gonna come to you, with their girlfriend issues even. So you you find giving advice on what to do in their life, in with their girlfriend and stuff like that, because they sometimes they don't want to go to their dad or their mom. They don't want to speak to the other players because they don't want to get teased. So they end up confiding in you, and it's like, look, how do I go about doing that? So yes, it's very important to have a mentor. And you know a soccer player, or a sportsman, especially if you're away from home, you become a lonely figure, if you're away from home. So you have your players
Yeah,
around you, if you're staying in whatever team's accommodation, and you're out of town. You have them around you, but the players are always joking around. There's no seriousness. They're always, it's only when it's time to go and play. So what I've picked up, a player will always, message and say, hey, can I have a chat to you? And they'll ask you, hey, how can I do this? I need advice on that. So it's always important to be there for them, when they need to discuss pressing matters in their life.
no, great. So, in your field of sports management, what are the biggest trends that you see emerging on the horizon? And how do you plan to stay ahead of the curve to benefit your own career? Even though you being an entrepreneur, and I always say entrepreneurship is also a career. What do you see as the biggest trends then emerging?
Yeah. So we one of the only agencies that that does what we do holistically in terms of player management. So that in itself is keeping me ahead of the curve, because we won Agency of the Year at the Hollard Sports Industry Awards. That was in 2021. No, no, 2022. Apologies, 2022. And I would say the newer trend is, doing both player management as well as sponsorship. sports management. Finding sponsorship deals and working with big brands and doing deals on big campaigns. I would say that's the trend in our industry now. So to stay ahead of the curve on that one, you always have to be one step ahead. You have to find those deals first before the other guy finds it. Yeah, I would say that's the newer trend. And to stay ahead of the curve, yeah, you just have to be involved with all the big campaigns. There's agencies that work on big campaigns, like your MTN 8 Cup and your Nedbank Cup, and stuff in the rugby world, stuff in the cricket world, like the T20. So as a sports management agency, that is the trend where everyone is going to. You just have to be, yeah, you have to constantly look for them, look for those deals, and make sure that you involve in those deals. Yes, but I would say us as an agency, we've been a trendsetter in terms of how we do things, doing things holistically in terms of the player management, and it's something that the other agencies has not quite yet caught up with. However, like I've mentioned, the newer thing would be doing both the player management as well as the sports management in the sponsorship world out there. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. And finally, looking back at your career path to date, what is the one piece of advice you would give to someone thinking of starting a career in the sports business environment?
Yeah, look, it depends where you want to go into. So if you want to go into player management, advice I would give you is, yeah, it's not, the players are not going to come to you. You're gonna have to go out, look for them. You're gonna have to go out. You're gonna have to build yourself a team. If you're gonna be working with talent, you're gonna have to go out and scout, whether it be rugby, whether it be cricket, whether it be soccer, and that's how you will start building your brand. Work on your social media. Make sure that you're out there and people know about you. And go out and find those deals. You have to constantly work and find those deals. But one of the advice I would give as well to an up and coming person, this is a very, very cutthroat industry. There's a lot of things going in the background. Yeah, if you're not going to be a strong person, you're going to fall out very quick. You're going to fall out of the industry very quickly. Because it's not an easy one. Yeah, also, dealing with athletes as well. Today they're working with different emotions, and there's always someone that's trying to poach them. So you have to be strong, and it does happen where they poach your players. Whether there's contracts involved or not. Some of the guys just don't care. Yeah, so you need to be strong. You mustn't be a pushover, and you need to stand your ground in this industry. And as you grow along, things just become more difficult. Um, but yeah, as much as it becomes difficult, you start to get known, and things will become a bit. It will be difficult, but as you learn the trends and as you learn the tricks, things will start to become easier for you because you know how to deal with certain things, when certain things arise. But yeah, that's the advice I would give to anyone coming up in the sports world. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that sage advice. And that was Warren Swartz, CEO of ProAthlete Management Agency. Thank you for your time and insights, which is very much appreciated. That's where we would leave it for now. And thank you for watching What I Do in Sport on the Sports X sub channel that's hosted on TalkX TV. Thank you very much. Until next time.